Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Divine Inspirations 888. I hope you're all doing well. For today's message, I will be discussing the importance of your values and understanding that your core values, it is so important for you as a person to grow and evolve into your best self. On this journey, it is so important to know what values you have for yourself. And how important it is to highlight these things about yourself because your values, they represent your unique individual essence. So it is important to know what your values are. Your values guide your behavior and it provides you with your own personal code of conduct. Yes, your own personal code of conduct. When you honor your value, did you know that you will eventually experience complete fulfillment? Because once you know what you stand for and you honor that, you will definitely feel more fulfilled within who you are as a person. So it is so important to reflect on what your values are. Okay? It's very important to know these things about yourself. When you understand your values, you can make decisions confidently. Yes. And knowing that you have your own back. Yep. When you know what you stand for, you know that you have your back. Right? So spend time to think about your values. Right? And let them help you along. Because when you know your values, they help you along this journey. Once you understand what your values are and what you stand for, you can use them to set goals and make plans. Okay? Yes. And you can make very good decisions when you understand your values, right? Because once you know what your values are, it is easier to stand up for what you believe in. It is easier, right? Very easier. It's very easy. So, reflecting on what is important to you is very powerful. It's very powerful when you know yourself, and what you stand for. Okay? Imagine this. Your values, they're like blueprints. Your values are blueprints in your life. Yeah. Your values will help you stay on track. It will help you prioritize what matters to you. And it definitely helps you to make the good decisions that aligns with you and what benefits you. Yes, right? Because when you know your values, you can make the right decisions. What benefits your needs? Okay? Trust me, making decisions can be very, very hard, especially if you don't know your value. Okay? So, making decisions will become easier once you know your values, okay? Because your values is like a cheat code. It really is. It is a cheat code to decisions making. Because once you know your values, it's so much easier to make decisions, okay? It's kind of like a shortcut, if anything. Yeah, it's like a shortcut. Because when you know your values, and you can make these decisions, you're going to make some good decisions that's going to align with you. Okay? It's going to align with your goals. It's going to align with you, right? Just ask yourself, what is this? And does it align with my value? Right? When you're making the decisions. And then you should get your answer a lot more easier once you understand your values. Right? So, understanding your values definitely will help you set a tone for yourself, right? Because once you understand your values, you can use them to your advantage. You can use them to help your life go in more flow, okay? And don't get me wrong, your values don't always stay the same, but they don't change often. So it is good to take time, right? And understand what they are because on your journey in this life, you're going to have many experiences, right? You're going to have many experiences, and that's going to help you determine what really matters to you and what you believe in, right? So be patient with yourself along this way. But it is good to know what you stand for, right? And what the different values are, right? Because in different phases of life, things will change, okay? So your values may change. It may differ. It may. But right? Because when you're younger, when you're like a teenager and stuff, like, your values are different. But once you get older from a lot of experiences, right, then you can start to settle in and really know what you stand for. And, so it is so good, right, to take time and know who you are, what your values are, right? Because when you're not in alignment with your values, you might be more worried about things. It might be harder for you to make decisions, right? So it is good to be in alignment with your values, right? That you're not worried about what other people think of you. Everyone has their own values, okay? Everyone has their own values from their own life experience and their own priorities. So we all have different reasons behind why we act the way we do, why we have the values that we have. And that's okay. It is okay. Okay? It's okay to make different choices. It is okay to be different. But stand in what you believe in, your values. Okay? That's what really makes a difference. Okay? Not for what somebody else thinks or what somebody else thinks or whichever. It's about you, right? It's because your values is your individual experience and essence, right? And it will bring fulfillment to you. It really will. It will bring a greater fulfillment to you once you know what you stand for and you honor it, right? Honor your values, because once you honor your values, your mental health, your emotional health, and your physical health will be better. If you do not honor your values, your emotional, mental, physical state will suffer. So it is good to know who you are and know what your values are. Okay? It's very important because you are valuable. You are very valuable. So know who you are. And with that said, thank you for listening. I hope that you were inspired by this message, and I hope that you're all having a wonderful day.